This is one of my favorite topics. I have a practice that I use for moving into the miracle zone because, for some people and in some points of our lives too, we can kind of sometimes feel like we're in that zone by default where things are just happening, everything's working and the good stuff is coming through. And sometimes we just really have to pay particular close attention to our vibration and we have to actually just really make the moves and put in the effort just to get to the vibration that maybe sometimes we're at by default and sometimes we're not. And right now, at least in kind of a lot of people's world, money is just a big thing that is causing stress. And there's a lot of, we've got all the stories, of course, we've got the inflation, we've got all the gas prices, we've got all the things that are contributing to what our energy is around money right now. So I would love for all of us to be able to step out of some of that collective low frequency and move into the place where miracles are occurring with your money. And by stepping into the vibration that I'm going to have you in by the end of today, by the end of this hour, that's just going to kind of open a spot for you to be in a frequency where something can pop in, maybe in the next couple of hours or days or in a week. And yeah, like I said, it's a practice I use. There are periods of my life where I feel like I'm in that energy by default, and I've noticed that as I get out of practice sometimes, then I start having to put more attention on it. And so that's what I'm going to lead you through today. All right. Welcome, welcome. We got San Diego, Enumclaw, Denver, Connecticut, New York. Wonderful. Okay, so I do want to share with you, some of you guys are new to my work. So I want to share with you a little bit of kind of the science of miracles, the science of frequency. All right, so if you are here and you can see on your screen, this is Dr. David Hawkins' scale of consciousness, and this is how we measure frequencies on a scale of 0 to 1,000. When there's a low frequency, usually energy is contracted, as you see on the right of that graph. And as we go up in frequency, we move up higher in frequency, meaning the speed that a cell, a molecule vibrates. As it goes up into higher frequencies, our energy expands. That energy expands, and so when we're in the energy of our money right now, when we have low frequency thoughts and emotions around money, when we're afraid, when we've got money guilt, money fear, money shame, money anger, sadness, grief over money, and as you can see, even when we're in the desire for money, right? Because being in desire kind of reinforces that it's not here now, it solidifies lack in the present. When we have these low frequency energies around money, in our emotions and in our thoughts, our mental body, our energy around money will contract and we're not going to be energetically connected with the sources of our money, right? And when we're holding fear, we're going to attract more to be afraid about, right? When I've got anger or resentment about money, the universe conspires to give me more situations that make me angry and resentful around money, right? You're always going to see a world that's a vibrational match for the energy you're holding. And so as you go up in frequency, your energy around money starts to expand and you start to connect with everything. You connect with all the money, you connect with all the ideas, you connect with all of the people who will pay you. You start to move into further oneness with all that is. You start to move into further oneness with the source of money, the source of miracles. And so as you can see on the graph here, when you come into the frequency of 500, the frequency of love, this is where you enter the spiritual dimension. This is where you start really expanding and you're able to start receiving without knowing how it's going to happen, right? So in the context of money, when you get to a frequency where you feel nothing but love for money and around money, this is when you begin to smoothly manifest it. And then when you move just a little bit higher into the frequency of joy, 540, this is where money attraction becomes effortless and miracles become commonplace. And so the higher you vibrate, as I said, the closer you are in resonance with ultimate consciousness, with the source of the miracle. And reaching this vibration kind of puts you in resonance and harmony with the source of all the miracles that you can't see, right? So at the end of our time together today, or I should say by the end of our time together today, I'm going to have you moving into this zone. And then we're also going to peak at the vibration of peace. And this is the vibration 600, where you get glimpses that life is perfect and that everything is working. So we're going to kind of sample that vibration today, sample that energy so that you can try and hold it and just make room for a miracle to come through in your life and with your money. All right, so what we're going to do is first, I'm going to connect you to the light and expand your energy out so that I can see all your blocks, so that I can see all your stuff, your programming, and so that you can just get bigger than all of the stuff you're in right now, or the emotions or the patterns that might be active. And then I'm going to kind of prompt you we're going to look into what your energy around money kind of feels like these days, or maybe today, or right now, or lately. And we're going to start clearing that. We're going to clear your attachment to some of the struggle. And then towards the end, usually around the 45-minute marker, I'm going to start walking you in through my process of going into those higher vibrations, activating those high vibrations around money. So thank you so much for being here. I'm honestly very, very excited to do this, and I'm honored that you guys are investing your time, your money, and your effort into being here. So let's go ahead and just generate these new vibrations and open up a miracle. All right, so if you're able, go ahead and close your eyes, and I want you to just breathe into that heart chakra. And just kind of feel into how that heart chakra is made up of energy. It's made up of cells. You've got some bones, tissues, organs. And in between all of that, you've got some space, and you've got some stories, and you've got some places where you stuffed some old emotions or models of reality, the way life is working. You've got some protection. Just kind of breathe into that heart chakra. Feel how all that energy in there is vibrating. And place your attention on all the open space. Place your attention. The open space is where source energy kind of moves through you. Today, we're going to create more open space by clearing the stories. And so now you're going to bring your awareness up into your throat and up into your third eye, ears, up into the crown chakra. And then just go ahead and take your awareness through the crown chakra all the way up 300 feet above your head, where you're going to see, sense, or feel a bright white light, just pure consciousness. Pure consciousness has no stories, no polarity. It's just pure consciousness. It has no stories, no patterns, pure light. Just feel that liquid white light coming from above now and coming down into your crown chakra. And feel it penetrating that crown chakra, swirling around and moving into every single cell of that brain, that skull, and into that third eye. And just feel yourself filling that entire head with bright white light, letting it come into every pore. So everywhere you're holding any stories, anywhere there's any tension, just let that light penetrate that dense energy so it can start to loosen it up for us today. Let that light move down into your ears. Anywhere you've been kind of having energetic earmuffs, you haven't been able to hear the whispers of the divine, just let that light soak into any blocks in and around the ears. Good. And then just let that light move down into the throat. Let that light kind of swirl around the shoulders. Again, you are just starting to get this light through all the dense energy blockage so we can break it up, so that we can easily see it and clear it today. And let that light move down into the chest and the back. Feel how it comes right through the heart chakra, into the muscles, tissues, bones. Feel it moving down into your solar plexus and just swirling around the solar plexus. Noticing anywhere you've taken any sucker punches around money, anywhere you've given away your power when it comes to money, feel that light penetrating all the stories that someone else has control over your money, that something out there controls your money. Just kind of notice how real these stories feel and how real they've been for your human self in this experience, in this lifetime. Just let the light penetrate that energy. And just feel that light now moving down into the belly area, swirling around. letting that light soak into any dense, heavy spots. And then feel it moving down into the root chakra, into the base of the spine, into the hips. Good. And just feel that light moving down the legs, down into the knees, down the calves and shins, into the feet, and then feel that light going down into the ground and feel it moving all the way down through the layers of the earth, down into the center of the planet. And at the center of the planet, you're going to feel a warm, pink, gooey mother's love energy, pure, unconditional love from Mother Earth. So, no matter how you felt with your mother energy in this lifetime, notice the Mother Earth love is so unconditional. It's like nothing you've ever experienced. Feel yourself being held and unconditionally supported, unconditionally loved for everything you want to do here in this body, at this time, on this planet. Feel how Mother Earth is just kind of embracing you. And feel that support for being able to generate all the money you need for all the things you need to be the best version of you while you're here on this planet. Feel how this is supported by the planet. And then you're going to go ahead and take another deep breath in and release. And then just go ahead and feel this pink light coming up from the center of the planet, moving up into the feet, moving up into the legs, up the knees, all the way up until you get to the root chakra, and just feel that root chakra lighting up, opening up. Feel all that dense energy really starting to dissolve and scatter. And then feel that light now moving up into the second chakra, just below the belly button, and feel it opening up from front to back, creating a place where energy can release from today. We're going to catch a lot of patterns and release them today. Feel that light now coming up into your solar plexus, just lighting that solar plexus up. Good. And then just go ahead and feel that light now coming back into your heart, taking a deep breath in, feeling that connection from above and below. And on your next exhale, you're going to expand your awareness from your heart chakra out 360 degrees around you. Go ahead and feel yourself expanding it so that you get bigger than all of the thoughts you're having, bigger than any emotions you have, bigger than any models of reality you're carrying about how the world works, about how money works. Feel this awareness going now outside of the room you're in. Allow yourself to get bigger than the building you're in. Let your awareness move out past the town you're in, allowing yourself to just get bigger and more aware than anything in the town, sending your love and blessings to everything and everyone, blessing all the money in this town, blessing all the pathways for money to find you in this town. And now go ahead and expand out past the state or the region you're in. And then out past the country you're in. Good. Sending love and blessings to everything and everyone in this country, letting your love and blessings spread to the ground for the plant life, for the food sources, letting this love and these blessings be spread to all the people. Let yourself connect with all of the ideas that exist, all the opportunities here for you. Let yourself expand out past and connect with all the money itself in all the banks, wherever the money is at. Feel your energy just connecting with it. And then on your next exhale, you're going to expand out past your country, out past the continent, eventually out past the oceans and out into the Earth's atmosphere, getting yourself bigger than all of the patterns that even exist within the human collective on Earth. And in just a second, you're going to cross out of the Earth's atmosphere and into the cosmos in 3, 2, 1. Good. Just go ahead and feel yourself now vibrating with the cosmos. Notice here you have the ability to see or sense or know whatever you want to know. Whatever you want an answer to, the question can be asked here and the answer just downloads right through you because you're bigger than all of your patterns. You're bigger than all of your suppressed emotions. You're bigger than any and all programming you've ever taken on around money. And so, right now, as you can see and pinpoint whatever blocks you're in, what I want to ask Spirit to show you is in this moment or lately or, in the last few days, what has been your primary emotion toward money? Just allow Spirit to take you into complete presence with where you've been around money lately. What's the primary emotion around money and what has it been? And just allow yourself, keep your eyes closed, stay in presence. I've really been in this vibration around money. Just let yourself get really present to it. And just kind of, if you're not avoiding what's really there around money for you, some of the low frequency energies, some of the fear or guilt or shame, just let yourself really be with it. This is how I've been around money. And I'm just going to ask one question and see what Spirit places in your mind as the first thought that comes up. What feels true about money for me right now? What's the energy I've been in around money? And what am I in right now? And if you're here live, go ahead and write into me. What did you see? What is the primary kind of thought coming up? Or what feels true about money? I'd love for each person to write one thing in. What feels true around money right now? And I want you to just allow yourself to give yourself time and presence with this energy. So sometimes when this energy comes up, this energy got locked in somehow, or it got kind of implanted, or you picked it up, or it's old, maybe it's new. We don't know quite yet where it came from. We will figure that out. But feel into anything that needs to be cleared around money right now. What is the energy you're in? And if you aren't trying to distract yourself over this, what does it feel like to just get really present? Good. And then what I invite you to do in this moment, after you've written it down to me, and you don't have to, only if you want to, but go ahead and feel it. You don't have to write it into me. You do have to go into the energy if you want to clear it. Feel into what it feels like when you get fully present to this, right? So some people are saying fear around not having enough for needs. So feel into that fear. It's imminent, but just out of reach. It's unsafe, scary not to have enough. I don't know how to regular chat. This is how we chat. I don't have the regular chat on. We do Q&A here. The gap is too big to overcome. So feel that overwhelm. It sounds like most of you are in fear. It's going to be hard. Worry, not enough. Scarcity, not enough. Eventually it stops flowing. Good. She's saying, I love money. It gives me freedom. Cool. Yeah, that's what we're going to fill in. And if you're totally clear right now, then you won't have any old stuff, any of the lower frequency programming to clear. Lots and lots of never enough. It's not enough. All right. So what I want each of you to do, close your eyes, and as you're super present to this massive energy that has been really at the forefront of your life lately and really playing out lately, I want Spirit to show you, where does it start to feel heavy in your body? Where are you holding this? And you can't get this wrong. So for some people, Spirit will just kind of guide your awareness, your brain to a certain spot. For some of you, it'll light up as a little bit of heaviness. Some of you might hear in your head, it's in your leg or it's in your stomach. Some of you might have been having some aches lately or some pains lately. You might be guided there. Where are you holding this? I'm guaranteeing you, any of you, if you have any lower back pain, then it's a lot of times that's money related. So I want Spirit to just guide you right to this spot. And you're going to now place a ball of light, pure consciousness, right on that spot so that that light can really start to penetrate the dense energy of this reality you have running around money. Okay, and so just start breathing in. And I want you, as you're breathing in here, right now, we're going to go straight into that emotion. And for some of you, you might have a secondary emotion. Once the fear is processed through, then you might have anger later. Either way, just get really, really present. Feel into all of that fear. So if you weren't, avoiding the fear by going into your action or doing the things you usually do to try to make money, let yourself just feel into the pure fear. Notice how that feels. We're going to process through the emotion of it. We're releasing, uncreating, and transmuting all that fear by feeling it as it's wrapped in light and as you're giving it motion. And as I'm using my intention and you're using your intention, we're releasing all this energy out, deleting it, uncreating it, and transmuting it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. And right now, I want Spirit to show you, how old were you when this pattern first showed up, when you first observed this or imprinted this? So this story that's been coming up, just allow yourself to feel, how old was I when this story got imprinted? Someone says, what if I just feel numb? What I would invite you to do is just really ask, what would it take for me to know what numbness often is when there was a shock, right? So, or when I've learned how to not feel the emotion. So I'm going to look in everywhere it's too hard to feel this emotion. I'm going to release that, uncreate it, and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Okay. All right, so now I ask Spirit to take me back into this age where this pattern started, and I begin to ask to observe my life around this time. What was I looking at, and who did I learn this from? And we're just going to start moving through that energy, just releasing, uncreating, and transmuting all that energy out. So everywhere I learned how to fear that there won't be enough, we're going to release that, uncreate it, and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Everywhere it's never enough. Everywhere I'm never enough, we're releasing that, uncreating it, and transmuting it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Good. Some of you, if you're not feeling any emotion, what you can do is you can just ask Spirit to show you more heaviness and just keep the light there and just release the story. It might just be in your mental body. So everywhere there's a fear that money eventually stops, we're going to release that across all lifetimes. So everywhere money ran out in this lifetime or other lifetimes, I'm going to release all those stories. And so a lot of times something can happen and it's not necessarily that needs to stay with us, but it's our buying into it, our imprinting it, our holding on to the fear of it that keeps the cycle going, that keeps the pattern going. So we're just going to release everywhere I did run out. Okay, everywhere I'm not going to be safe, I release that, uncreate it, and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. For those of you guys who are new here, when I see some energy on one person, I can see where it's at in the whole field. It's a particular vibration, and I'm providing the particular counter vibration and intention that releases it. All right, so everywhere I'm holding that worry, everywhere I learned that worry keeps me safe, we're going to release that, uncreate it, and transmute it. This person says worry, not enoughness or not enough resources. What I want Spirit to show you is everywhere you took on a belief that if I worry about it, then it won't happen. Or if I worry about it, that's what'll drive me. We're going to release, uncreate, and transmute that. And I can actually feel about 75% of you have this energy that if I worry, then maybe that'll drive me. If I worry, then that's how I'll create the miracle. We're going to release, uncreate, and transmute that across all time, dimension, space, and reality. That's actually really big. Some of you guys have a lot of, like I had told you, when we get in the miracle zone, that's when the miracles are going to come in. Some of you have been watching too many Hallmark movies where it's like, I worry, 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 and then came my miracle. So we're going to release everywhere you believe that worry brings the miracle. Let me worry just enough so that someone helps me. We're going to release, uncreate, and transmute that. Good. And a couple of you have stories around, like, I worried so much that people felt bad and then they helped me. And I'm not saying that's wrong or even bad, but let's release, uncreate, and transmute that model of reality so that you can manifest money in a different way. Okay, it's going to be hard to get what you need. Like maybe you'll be able to, but it will be hard. Okay, go ahead and breathe in everywhere. It will be hard. And I'm getting some energy on your right shoulder. So I'm getting that this is the message from men. So everywhere you picked up the message from the men, like, no, it's supposed to be hard. It's going to be hard. We're going to release, uncreate, and transmute that. Everywhere you only deserve it if it's hard, we're just releasing, uncreating, and transmuting that across all time, dimension, space, and reality. What I'm picking up is that some of you don't want to, like there's a connection with dad, and dad said, you know, it's going to be hard. You got to work hard. And everywhere I'm afraid of losing that connection with dad, if I lose resonance with my belief that it's going to be hard, go ahead and release, uncreate, and transmute that. Everywhere I have to imprint that energy from my parent in order to resonate, we're going to release that. So anywhere you guys are afraid of money being easy because people will be mad or people won't love you or people won't resonate, we're just releasing that, uncreating it, and transmuting it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Good. Remember, there's millions of ways to think about money. These are just things you picked up that you don't need anymore. Okay, so feel into everywhere the gap is too big to overcome. And so what I want each of you to do is feel into what might be too hard or too out of reach, or it's too late. Okay, we're going to delete, uncreate, and transmute that across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Okay, so the person who wrote that in, you're carrying all that energy in your shins and your calves. So everywhere I've been blocking out opportunities now because it feels like the gap is too big. We're just releasing, uncreating, and transmuting that. And then anywhere you guys are holding this belief that someone has to come in and save me, that's the only way, we're going to release, uncreate, and transmute that across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Good. Okay. Okay, money is unsafe. So everywhere you guys are holding the pattern that money is unsafe, we're going to release that, uncreate it, and transmute it. And then anywhere you have any imprinting that the person who gave me money was unsafe, we're going to release that. The person who gave me money or the people who pay me are scary or threatening. We're just releasing that, uncreating it, and transmuting it. And then anywhere I'm kind of handcuffed to the people who pay me, and everywhere there's a part of me that's avoiding money because I'm afraid of the people who I will owe or who I have to work for or whoever's giving it to me. We're releasing that, uncreating it, transmuting it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Good. And I want each of you to feel into where now does it feel heavy in your body when I say money is just out of reach. It's just out of reach. I know it's around. Feel into where does it feel heavy where it's just out of reach. Go ahead and breathe right there. And from any age that I picked this up, wherever I learned that money is just out of reach, I release that, uncreate it, and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Then go ahead and just consciously let that one go too. It feels like some of you have some nerves coming up as we release that. Whew. So a couple of you aren't releasing that one. So let me look into why. Okay, everywhere I get attention or I get love or I get people taking care of me when money's out of reach for me, everywhere I've taken on that identity and that role, we're going to release that, uncreate it, and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Okay, I'm spending more on others than myself. Go ahead and feel into everywhere in that crown chakra. Everywhere there's a fear that I'm greedy if I spend on myself. We're going to release that, uncreate it, and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. So everywhere there's not enough for me, we're going to release that. And any patterns of jealousy. I'm going to ask any patterns of jealousy, anywhere I'm holding jealousy around money. I look at what some other people have, or even I look at what I have to give to other people. Feel into anywhere there's patterns of jealousy or a pattern of jealousy, and we're going to release that, uncreate it, and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Okay, and so this person's saying fear around not having enough for needs. I'm going to say something and then I want you to feel where that feels heavy in your body. I won't have what I need. Let spirit show you where you might be holding the fear that I won't have what I need. I won't have what I need. And everywhere I learned this, I'm just going to breathe that light there and start to dissolve this energy. Everywhere I won't have what I need, I dissolve this. Everywhere I won't have what I need, I disassemble this. Unsubscribe to this. Good. Releasing, uncreating, unsubscribing, dissolving, disintegrating it. That's what it is, disintegrating. So everywhere I've integrated not having what I need into my being, like into my tissues, bones, all of it, I disintegrate this energy. Perfect. Lots of energy releasing from the root chakra there. Okay. Okay. And everywhere she's saying fear, money is not available to me. There are no clients. I want you to breathe in and I want everyone to feel into where am I holding the belief that money is not available to me? Like I see that there's tons of money and I see that, she gets paid and he gets paid and you get paid and they get paid, but feeling that there's nobody for me. There's no feel into where you might truly be holding this. It's not available to me. Okay, and go a little even deeper into that fear. As soon as you get deep, deep into that fear, go ahead and let the fear release from the brain and the crown chakra and the third eye. And then I'm just going to release all the fear from the rest of the body, deleting, uncreating, and transmuting everywhere I've been operating under a reality where money's not available to me. And so when I've been in this energy, none of the ideas that make money available to me come through. So everywhere I've been blocking the ideas of how money can come to me, I release that blockage. Good. Okay, it's evil. How many people have this? Go ahead and feel into anywhere your body is holding the idea that money is evil. And what I'm picking up underneath this is a belief that I picked up somewhere, it feels like around 14 years old. Everywhere I believed that me wanting money is evil. Everywhere I took on the belief that I'm evil if I want money, we're going to release that, uncreate it, and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Whew, good. Okay, and you've got an energy from the crown to the heart, and I'm just going to pull everywhere there's a belief that money itself is evil. We just release that, uncreate it, and transmute it. That's interesting. I once had a client, this only happened one time, and I had a feeling not to work with somebody. And when their money came through, it was just a small amount. And I could feel the energy when that person paid me. All I saw was a PayPal notification, right? And my energy went like this. And so what I did was I cleared that particular money. So anywhere you guys have any residue in your field where you've accepted money that didn't feel right to you, or maybe you felt the bad energy on that money, maybe the person received it through ill-gotten gains, or maybe something happened, go ahead and just release, uncreate, and transmute anywhere you've taken on any bad feelings about money you've received. Good. And again, it's not necessarily that the money is evil. It's just your energetic reaction, something inside of you that bought into whatever the energy was. Releasing, uncreating, transmuting that. Okay. I can't get enough. Everywhere I can't get enough, I'm going to release that from the brain stem now. So this person, it's lighting up on the brain stem. Just so much energy around not being deserving of it. Everywhere someone's mad at me, what I get is dad's mad at me if I receive too much money. So I want each of you, I want to ask a question. Go ahead and close your eyes. When I make money, or if I even make a lot of money, or even if I just have my basic needs met, who's going to get mad at me? This can be someone present day. This can be someone from your childhood. Let Spirit show you who's going to be mad at me. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut that cord, releasing, uncreating, and transmuting everywhere I've been keeping money from flowing because someone's going to be mad at me if it does. Maybe because it didn't work that way for them, or maybe because they don't want me to have money for whatever reason. Everywhere the feeling is that somebody will be mad at me, we're going to release that, uncreate it, and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Okay, everywhere money is not mine. Feel into everywhere the belief is that the money that comes to me is not mine. We're going to release, uncreate, and transmute that across all time, dimension, space, and reality. And also pick up something around 12 years old for the person writing this in. Everywhere money is not mine, I release that. Okay, money is fleeting and difficult to get. So I'm going to ask, everywhere money is fleeting, we're going to release, uncreate, and transmute that across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Something that helped me understand money energy better was that money energy is always just in flow. We keep it in flow. We make it, we spend it. Even when we're saving it, the place that we're saving it in is doing stuff with it. So it's always in flow. So feel into everywhere there's a scarcity that comes up when I feel like money is supposed to be fixed. We're going to release, uncreate, and transmute that across all time, dimension, space, and reality. And then the pattern that I picked up around money being fleeting, what I'm actually picking up for you and for maybe like 3 other people on the call is like this pattern of from parents where there's a payday and it literally goes right through everything and just goes straight to the bill. So it's almost like it never got here as far as me, the kid, or me, the observer was. It's like it was made, but it never came in. It never landed anywhere. I never got anything. I never saw it. It went straight from the check to the bank to the bills, just releasing, uncreating, and transmuting everywhere. It feels like the money energy forgot to go through me. There we go. Releasing that and uncreating it and transmuting it. Okay, she's saying unfairness, maybe resentment, not equitable for the value I deliver. Okay, I want you go ahead and breathe in. And I want spirit to show each of you a memory of or a scenario where you gave more than what you received. The work you did was not equal to the money you received. Let spirit just show you moments from your life and then just go ahead and let yourself release that energy that you have tied to when it wasn't equitable, when you didn't receive your value, just releasing, uncreating, and transmuting. And then everywhere, it feels like you grounded that in by just saying, okay, but this is what it is. This is how it has to be. And that actually feels like it's in the DNA about 4 generations back. So everywhere my DNA holds that we don't get what we're worth, we don't get value for what we deliver. We're releasing, uncreating, and transmuting that across all generations. Can I do something different? Everywhere my energy is so locked into it being the old way, we're going to release that. There it goes. Releasing all that unfairness, deleting, uncreating, transmuting across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Good. Okay, everywhere money's been exhausting, we're going to release, uncreate, and transmute it. She's saying this energy feels almost panicky trying to clear, like it's holding on for dear life. You know, it's interesting. I almost labeled my next clearing that I'm going to do. You guys are going to vote on that, by the way, at the end of this. I'm going to do another clearing before the holidays. I thought about doing one on panic, but any one of you who are panicking, if it feels like this money energy is trying to hold on for dear life, if something inside of you is saying, I've got to hold on to this scarcity, or I've got to hold on to this belief that it's unfair, otherwise I'm just going to blow away in the wind, right? I'm not even going to exist if I don't have worries about money. Feel into everywhere there's any panic and anywhere you're holding on to these stories for dear life so that your ego can be right about money. We're going to release, uncreate, and transmute that across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Good. Just feel into everywhere. It's got to be hard. Let it go. Let it release. There is a reality available where money is so easy. We're going to walk into it in a few moments. Everywhere it's out of reach, go ahead and release that. Everywhere money's hard to access, we're going to delete, uncreate, and transmute that across all time, dimension, space, and reality. And any remaining emotion you guys feel in your body as we're releasing these realities, anywhere it feels like, no, I'm too scared, just go ahead and feel into that fear or feel into that guilt. She's saying, I've got guilt. Somebody said, I buy too many groceries, things I use and need. Okay, so go ahead and feel into whatever that emotion is. Anything you've got left inside of you and just go right into it. Just releasing, uncreating, and transmuting that. The emotion is what keeps all the beliefs stuck. So when we can clear an emotion out, process it, finish it, right? When we can complete those emotions, thousands of beliefs can go with those. So just releasing, uncreating, and transmuting all that energy across all time, dimension, space, and reality. All of that guilt for having anything, all of that guilt for having any money, we just release that, uncreate it, and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Good. There's a collective reality available at every frequency. So everywhere you have left inside of you that's got money fear, everywhere you learned that that's how we have to deal with money, we just release that, uncreate it, and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Good. Remember, you're working with a brain. How long have humans been around? That's how long the brain is always designed for your survival. So we often think we have to remember these stories. We have to remember that it works this way. We have to remember that we're bad or wrong, or that we're scarce, or that it's not going to work. We hold on to that so that we're careful, so that we survive. Go ahead, and everywhere I believe I have to be afraid to survive, we're going to release, uncreate, and transmute across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Okay, and then everywhere the belief is that there's always going to be less and less and less, go ahead and release that, uncreate it, and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Good. And then everywhere you have a pattern of just having enough, we're going to release that. Feel into everywhere there's just enough, no extra, just releasing, uncreating, and transmuting all that energy out. All right, so go ahead and breathe into now the open space in your body. So a lot of you guys have a lot of old stuff that's clearing out. Again, every money of reality is available on this planet. It's just a matter of where you want to vibrate and where you want to exist. What's your threshold? What's your comfort level? How do you want your money story to be? How do you want your experience around money to be? So feel into how a lot of those low frequency stories are moving out, and you've just created a lot of open space in your body and your field of energy. Go ahead and breathe into that open space, remembering that for some of you, if you still feel any heaviness, notice all that energy is going to still continue clearing for a while, maybe the next couple of minutes, maybe the next hour, maybe throughout the rest of the day. But either way, start to feel into all the open space. You can simultaneously generate new vibrations while the old ones clear out. And in fact, in any moment of any day, you can even have the most money blocks in the world, but still step into those high frequencies for a couple moments and totally change your reality. You don't even have to actually clear anything. And that's the ultimate truth, is that you don't ever actually have to clear anything if you just want to hold the high vibration all the time. Clearing all the low frequency stuff helps us be in those high frequencies by default, but even if you're working with some of the blocks, you can still kind of change your reality moving into high frequencies. So what I want you all to do is breathe into all of this open space in your body. Breathe into all of the open space in and around your body. Start to notice this is where source energy, ultimate consciousness runs through me. I just created a whole bunch of open space where there used to be lack and where there used to be heaviness. Feel how now there's open space. And so now I'm going to have us activate your higher frequencies around money so that you can move into that space where a miracle can pop in. All right, so the first thing we need to do is I want to have us take our awareness, bring our thoughts and emotions into the space where we love money, right? In the last couple of minutes, for the last 45 minutes, we've been in our money junk. Now we're going to move into some of the places where we love money. All of this can exist simultaneously. So as I said earlier, this vibration of 500, this vibration of love, this is where we enter the spirit dimension. Every single frequency below 500 is where the world of logic and linear thinking exists. And here at 500, when we start getting into the energy of loving money, this is where we're able to receive without knowing how it's going to happen. And so at 500, we begin the process of smooth manifesting. So right now, to really get in this vibration, I want Spirit to start showing you, what do I love about money? What are some of the things I love about money? What do I love doing with my money? Right? What do I love doing that makes money? So let's go ahead and focus in first. What are some of the things I love doing about making money? Right? So you can think of your job or your business or something you do that makes you money, and start thinking of something about that work that you love to do. Right? What do I love doing that makes me money? Even if there's just a tiny, tiny portion of your job or your business that you love, go ahead and go into that right now. Go into what you love. that makes you money. Start thinking now about what you love doing, uh, what opens up in your life because of money. So when you have money, what do you love doing with it? Or what do you love about your life when you do have money? So when I have money, I love having this, doing this. Good. Just allow yourself to generate this love. I love creating when I have money. Good. Just go ahead and move into that love. Generate that love. Remember what that feels like, right? You know this vibration from somewhere. You know what loving money feels like from somewhere, right? I have a memory of one time when I was little. My mom bought me pull tabs, and I won $100 on it. I was like 7. And I remember saying, I love money when she handed me the money, and she laughed, and we went to the mall, and it was great. So even if what I love about money is just someone handing it to me, or I love the feeling of winning, or I love the feeling of counting it, right? So feel into that. I love money. I love money. And it's what's funny, I didn't ever put this together, but she and I own a business together now, and she gives me some paychecks in cash, and I always say, "Oh, thanks, I love money," and she always laughs. Still, I never really put that together. I've always done that. And I say it sarcastically, but hey, it works. I love money. That's what the universe needs to hear from me. Universe, I love money. So keep doing what I love, universe. Keep bringing me money. Okay, so now we're going to move up in frequency to joy. So joy vibrates at 540. Allow your thoughts and your emotions to move into the energy of joy. And this is where you'll start now thinking of some of the things about money that you enjoy. Right? Think about some of the things you enjoy. In the financial intuition course, I walked people through, what are some of the things with dealing with money? Some people were like, I love doing Excel spreadsheets. I love QuickBooks. I love going to the bank. I love cashing a check. I love depositing a check. I love when the ding comes up in my email. Oh, I got a payment. Start feeling it. I enjoy that. I really enjoy the dealing with money. I love money. Some of you like signing checks. If you're here live, write into me. What do you enjoy about money? Some of you might start thinking about the things that you do in your work that you enjoy, right? I enjoy being right here. I made money today doing this. So I really enjoy doing this. Let your mind and your whole body and your entire field of emotions go into the joy that you get to feel around money sometimes, right? There's all kinds of ways to feel about money. There's all kinds of stories to have about money. Right now, we're activating the joy. PayPal notifications are the best. I love that. PayPal notifications that I got paid, she says. That's amazing. Oh, just breathe in. Think of some of the things that you do with your money that you enjoy doing. Do you enjoy going to concerts? Do you enjoy spending money at the mall? Do you enjoy giving gifts? Moving my money to investment accounts? Start to just feel the joy. I love spending money on other people. Yeah, right. So sometimes spending money on other people can be guilty. Sometimes spending money on other people can be joy. Let's get you present to what brings you joy. All of us are different. And it's fun to spend money on other people when you have it, right? So that there's different energies around it. Delivering a painting to my client. Love seeing the number get bigger on my bank account. Good. I love that. Good. As you feel this joy, the universe starts matching you up to more money situations that match you in the vibration you're currently in. So keep feeling the joy. Again, the vibration of 540 is the level where everything starts happening everything starts happening effortlessly, and everything in your world is an expression of love. And this is where miracles become commonplace. For most people on the planet, this is a vibration that they're only ever going to get a glimpse of. But those of us who are clearing out our blocks and who have spiritual aspirations and who make the efforts like we're doing today to get into this joy, we can absolutely get to this vibration as more of our default state. Good. I actually learned that certain places I go that hold a high vibration, I start to get into this vibration around money just by being in those places. Like if I go to a place with a view, or a place that's high up, just with a beautiful view of the ocean or of a city. I felt this way when I was at Disneyland a couple weeks ago for my birthday, and one of the biggest miracles I could possibly, I can't tell anyone yet. There's a business deal that's in process, but a huge miracle came through for my mom and I in our business when we were at Disneyland, just vibrating in joy, just took a break from thinking about money and just were in joy. Good. I love paying off debt. Love being able to offer my services. Good. Love putting money in the bank. Love being able to set my own schedule. At the water. Yeah. Cool. I love that. All right. And so now just breathe in. You guys are in the miracle zone as you're just focused on the joy, right? It doesn't matter that somewhere in your field of energy or somewhere in your world, there's always time to worry about money. There's always time to be ashamed about money. There's always time to be in guilt about money. Right now, you're just focusing on being in joy. Right now, all the other stuff, you can return to it if you want to, but feel into the joy. This is also available. This is also a reality that you can have around money. And when you put more of your attention on this, then the outside world starts to match up to this more, right? And things can just completely transform for you. So now, as we move up the scale of consciousness, I want to bring us now into the vibration of 600, which is peace. This is a vibration, a level of energy where a person has glimpses that life is perfect, that it's working, that it's beautiful. So right now, I want spirit to just guide you into a place of what it feels like to be you when money is just perfectly working. When your money situation feels perfect. Some of you might have had an experience in the past that you can draw on, and some of you might be visualizing for the future. It's just trying on a vibration. You're just sampling what's available in this universe. You don't have to think about, oh, is it possible? Notice it's a vibration. It's a place you go in your energy. Let yourself look around your life. What are you seeing when money is working out perfectly? What are some of the things you see in your everyday life? Do you see notifications from the payments? Do you see a beautiful water view? Do you see, a delicious dinner in front of you? What do you see in your life when money is working perfectly and you are at peace? Do you see a high number in your bank account? Go ahead and just look at that number and let your body feel the peace. Even if all you ever get to do is do this with me today, even if the only sampling you'll ever get of money peace is right here, even if it'll only ever be a visual, soak it in. Let yourself feel how good this feels. Good. And just allow yourself to breathe in, sampling this vibration of money peace. What are the things you find yourself saying when you're at peace with money, when money is so perfectly working? What are you affirming to yourself, or what are you saying out loud to other people? Go ahead and write into me. What is kind of the affirmation? What's the thing you're always thinking to yourself or saying to yourself when you're just at full peace with money? Like I said, one of the things I always said out loud to my mom was, oh, I love money. It's one thing that one of my friends always says is, thank you, universe. I love this money. What are you saying to yourself when it's working perfectly? This is so fun. Who else can I help? Yeah, for those of you who haven't read Dr. David Hawkins' Power versus Force, one of the things he talks about is that when you get to this vibration of peace, all you can think about is helping other people get to it. And so that's one of the reasons why I do what I do. Like, I generally feel deep, deep peace in my world, and that's why I'm obsessed with being able to offer it to other people. And I love that the work I do gives people a glimpse of it. Good. This is perfect. I'm so grateful. I feel lucky. Life is beautiful and easy. Who can I share with? Just feel into when it feels this peaceful. This is my new reality around money. And let's just hang out here. Just allow yourself, again, don't even worry about what happens when we get off this webinar. Let yourself enjoy this right now. I've proven it can be done, and others can too. Feel it how excited you are to show everyone how to get this peace. Good. No worries at all. I love my life. I'm grateful. Feel into the peace that comes. Everything's paid for. That's one of my favorite affirmations. I love that I prepay everything. Good. I love that everything's paid off. Just breathe in, feel this vibration. Good, good, good. Go ahead and take one more deep breath in. And on your exhale, go ahead and send all this energy down into the ground like you're giving roots. Let the planet know, all right, this is how I'm going to be doing money, planet. I am now a vibrational, feel yourself like a tuning fork, like a vibrational attunement for peace with money, for joy with money, for miracles with money. Notice this is in this moment, this is what I am a vibrational match for. And I just release all expectations, right? I don't even go into the fear of like, okay, now what's going to happen? Where's my miracle? I don't even go into fear. I'm just living in the energy that the miracle already happened. I'm going into the energy that I am the miracle itself. Feel into what this feels like. Good. One more deep breath in and release. Good, good, good. I love it. All right, you guys. So that is my process for moving into a place, into the vibration where money miracles can happen. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. You know, we stirred up a lot of old stuff. If you want to do the clearing again, the recording will be sent tomorrow. You'll get a Zoom, thank you for coming to this Zoom meeting. I'll put the link in that email and you can listen to it again if you want to. And then if you guys want to do, I decided to do one more group clearing, one more just $33 group clearing, but I couldn't think of a topic, so I want you guys to vote on the topic. So I'm sorry, there's been a Zoom update and oh, there it is. And so it's going to be on a Monday this next time. And I want you guys to vote on what do you want the topic to be? So I was thinking we could either do more money stuff, we can do family and relationship stuff. We can do, I can do a thing where I look into each individual person, what's your biggest block in this moment? And I can also just do a clearing on, for those of you who want to just generate good vibes, if you want to do this again, move into miracles and peace and, just like I can show up, we can clear whatever I see and then move into some good vibes. Just go ahead and vote on what you want, and whatever has the most in the next couple minutes is what I will do. And then the more important question, I will be at my house in Seattle, so I have a TV that's in my background. Do you want the Disney Frozen background? Do you want the Game of Thrones one? Do you want the traditional Yule log? Vote on what you want to see in the background. And then if you guys want to come to that, the QR code is on this screen if you want to take a photo of that, or you just go to highwattliving.com/group and you can sign up for it. It's going to be $33. It's an hour earlier on a Monday. And then also on that page, you'll see I have my annual New Year's Eve group clearing. That's complimentary. It's a bigger webinar, so more people, so I don't really get to individuals, but in that in the New Year's one this year, I'm going to start helping you set the vibration for where you're going. So that's going to be a really fun group clearing this year. And part of kind of getting where you're going, part of making money, part of all of it is really enhancing that intuition. So probably going to be a lot of intuition clearing there as well. So yeah, okay. Well, it looks like that's like a heavy majority saying we want to look into your biggest block in the moment. Okay, so that's what I will do is we will show up to that clearing on Monday, December 16th, and I'm going to have to limit that one probably because I can't get to everybody if I have more than 25 or so people. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my list of blocks. For the people who I teach intuition mastery to, I have a huge list of blocks. Your intuition will guide you to a certain number, and I'm going to tell you what that number is that's your biggest block in that moment. So I love that it's an overwhelming majority. That makes it so easy for me. Looks like the traditional Yule log is what you're going to be looking at. And so do we screenshot the QR code? The QR code is kind of, if you're watching on a computer, I don't know how QR codes work if you're screenshotting. I don't think you can. If you're not able to take a photo of it, then just go to highwattliving.com/group. And I'll also put a link to that in the Zoom follow-up email that goes out tomorrow. So howoutLiving.com/group or take the QR code. I'll keep it at $33. Again, I kind of just did these low cost clearings for me to stay in webinar shape and for me to keep practicing showing up. I love having you guys here. I love doing this. So thank you for being here. I really hope all of you guys can come on the 16th. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, I stay in webinar shape. Sometimes if I don't show up at webinars for a while, I start to build up nerves and I get nervous when I actually do one. So since I'm doing intuition coach training starting at the end of January, I want to make sure I don't get nervous on webinars because that's such an important class. So, all right, you guys. That's all for today. I love you. Thank you. I love your nice messages and hopefully I'll see you guys all in just 10 days.